Good afternoon, everyone. This is our first time in FOSSASIA, and today our topic is that how we can optimize or how we can channelize our monitoring, process, right, using the open source. Now, this is Soumyadip. I'm currently working at Red Hat for the last almost 5 years as a senior software engineer, and I've mostly worked on the platforms deployment. There are a couple of open source contributions I have also made. So yeah, that's all about me. And next is Aayush. Yeah.
Hello. So hello everyone. My name is Aayush. I am also working for Red Hat in data and AI team. So also my most of the time devoted in open source communities. So I'm a G-Shock mentor and maintainer in async API organization. So feel free to check if I want to contribute in async API. It's great. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the agenda. I think it looks a bit, there are a couple of things, but we'll try to make the session a bit concise. So in this session, we'll mostly talk about the problems that we currently face. It's not like a complete demos, like a session which is talk about only technicality. We'll talk about the problems that we have, the challenges that we have, and what can be some probable scenario, what can be some rules, you can say golden pass, or what can be some must-have rules for the platforms, and how we can leverage open source here. So this is the agenda. We'll talk about what are the problems we face and what are the stacks which are available now. This session is from the very basic to and we'll also try to cover some technical scenario which comes in the like advanced or you could say intermediate state. So yeah, this is the complete agenda for it. Now, how much are you paying to watch your own system? So I think that is something which most people lack from like when we start creating, or let's say when we start creating any application or any service. So sometime for a normal like small scale company, it probably some $1,000. Like when your company grows, or let's say you are working on scale, it might goes up to 100,000 or a couple of $1,000s, right? So these are the problems. Now if I make this thing a bit, if I make this thing a bit more detailed, now if we talk about the problems, like do you actually own your monitoring data? Now I am talking in a point of the commercial solutions. Now, when it comes to the commercial solutions, there are a lot of things, compliance, a lot of things involved. Now, the problem you have to focus on that when you are using commercial tools, like do you really own your data? Because your data, like it comes with GDPR and a lot of compliance stuff. Now, other thing is that when your product grows, your APM base that also grows, because eventually you will keep storing a lots of data, right? How now, if you see there are, let's in your application there is one log needed and I'm just adding 10 logs. These 9 other logs will cost you. So these are some optimization approach or techniques I'll talk about. And one main thing that from the commercial tool we can say the retention of the data. So let's say I have a detailed slide on the retention, but let me just give you a small flavor about it. Like let's say few of the companies has like a 5 years retention, 10 years retention, or 1 year retention. Now if you are trying to debug something, you will we were checking few of the say Reddit and stuff that you don't have your retention data, right? So these are some problems that we may face in the commercial solution offerings. Now let's talk about the charges, like when how this commercial tool charges. That's on services. Let's say if you need more host, you need more charges. Then it also depends on your traffic, and the main thing you can see the more seats. If you look at any other commercial offerings, it can be APM, it can be something else. They're charging based on the seat, right? So these are some approach that what is costing the company. Now here the stack comes into the picture. Now that's why I'm saying it's a very basic stuff, because Prometheus and Grafana we are mostly known about. Like we all know what is Prometheus, what is Grafana. So I don't dive into that. OTel is something we'll focus in this session, but if you don't know, just to give an overview. So Prometheus, mostly for the matrix collection or scrapping your data, and Grafana, we all love to create the Grafana dashboard, and we all love to see the dashboards. Now we'll talk about few scenarios that from the commercial offerings. Now we also we see some situation where we keep creating the dashboard which are really not needed, right? So there is no harm in creating 10 dashboard, but when it comes to any outages or any issue, we don't exactly find at least one, right? That's the issue we face. So it's not about that creating the dashboard, it's about that how we can create an ideal one, right, which will actually help us. Now the thing is, again, when it can be a scenario for the commercial offering, it can be a scenario for the OSS stack. So I have the updated slide. There was a change in the heading, so it's mostly about that unorganized one. Now let's talk about the 3M problems. Now this, if you just look at, give a glance at it, we find that the problem is that there is some alert, and the problem that I was saying, that the problem is finding the right dashboard. So if you don't find the right dashboard, it will keep on debugging, you will keep on connecting the person. Now there are a lot of blame game happens in the company, right? Someone left, we don't have the retention data. So these are some problems that we have. Now in the solution we can say where this OSS thing or self-hosted thing coming into the picture. So because if you are using any self-hosted or let's say any OSS stack, you can have a number of data, whatever you want. You just dump everything over there. Again, when I'm saying dump, it's not about that you will just make 10 logs, right, 20 logs. It's about that you have that liberty to store 100, or let's say you are not paying anything extra for it other than the hardware resources. Now this is a scaling tax. This is something that I can it is one of my favorite slides. So you can see this is something what we face right now. If you look at not APMs, any commercial. So I think I have already discussed about that. So these are some tax we are giving to scale our applications, right? Now here the OSS mindset come into the picture. So OSS doesn't have the pricing model, as we all know, and you have the complete control over your infra, and your observability cost nearly stay flat, because if you have the instance, if you have the hardware, you don't need to pay anything extra for it. So yeah, this is our typical APM expenses. We have collected this data. This is the data from multiple sources. You can see the sources are defined over here. And if you just look at it in the seed, we have, let's say the bill is $120. Like when you scale, you can see that your bill grows, right? So now I shall talk about the instrumentation layer. Now these are some problems that we have discussed. Now we'll see that how we can optimize this in a proper way. So over to you, Aayush.
Thanks. So basically, what are the things we generally do whenever we are adding to our open monitoring platform for an application? We start adding all the stuffs in a single manner, like starting more kind of configuration for every function, traces. So this, and then after we are keep adding the dashboard, different kind of dashboard for multiple endpoints, and this is a cycle we usually do in the kind of brute force manner. And then we start creating the alerts for every kind of outage we happen. So like in the step for any incident happen, where we started searching which dashboard is suitable for finding the right endpoint for this. And so this is kind of a brute force way. And because in this any kind of outage, every single time is very crucial, right? So this is a main point because we need to shave the proper amount of time in order to save the business of every company. So how we need to fix this. And after this slide, I will tell what are the different kind of small steps we can take so that we can optimize this process and make our developer experience better. So first of all, like we can simply, these are the small 3 steps that can we optimize our application monitor platform. First of all, we just need to add auto configuration. So any kind of traces, HTTP logs will be tracked via the OTel. Then after, and we can go step by step. Then we need to check what are the business standard, what are the importance of every request can be in our business case. Then we can try to add manual spans for every kind of methods. Then when we grow, according to the business requirement, we start adding level 3 metrics. Level 3 are like which are suitable for our business point of view. So this is the simple flow of level we keep increasing to increase our performance or be safe in any kind of outage. So what is basically single route rule? So whenever a trace happen and a request happen, how it goes flow for a monitoring platform. So any kind of like OTel trace, whenever request happen, it goes to the OTel trace, and Prometheus is responsible for all kind of storage, like how many count of the request goes happen and percentage over time, and another log entry will happen. We can able to in kind of monitoring platform. So let's consider an example. Let's say we don't have any kind of traces, and we got an outage, and we get a response time of around 900 milliseconds. So we started prediction, like there's multiple issues can be occur, like maybe the DB issues, maybe because we don't have any kind of traces. The another thing we can predict, it might be a network issue. Let's move to another region. So another thing, some people will tell this kind of a DB failure, we need to optimize the DB queries. So without any kind of traces, we started predictions. So in the prediction manner, we are losing our times, like in any kind of major outages. So this is the thing. If we actually use the tracing in proper manner, we can easily predict the main cause of outage. So this is a simple outline. How can you able to predict the traces optimally? So let's suppose if in 1 month we are getting a 100 millisecond response, it's kind of normal. Then we eventually that response time is increasing bit by bit. So we can making the prediction in the right way fashion. So and we can optimize our infrastructure in that fashion. So yeah. So this is the another thing as adding alerts is very crucial, but adding more alerts on the behalf of single thing is very, very difficult, because it's created very chaos for the people who are actually working on this. So let's suppose for the first month we are starting adding alerts for a product for 5 alerts. It's meaningful. We can meaningful, and our engines can able to trace. But the things getting worse because we are adding more alerts to optimize to in the hurry of getting the fix easily day by day. So adding alerts one by one is causing an issue, and due to this we are moving away from the outage. Let's for any kind of outage happen with priority one issue. So we are getting more alerts, which kind of fake. How can fake? For example, we have deprecated one product and still alerts are coming, right? So this is a common standard way, like to how we should able to add alerts very consequently, like if you want to optimize our infrastructure for a application monitoring platform. So these are some alerts that problem that we have to use. Next. So these are the how can able to force. So these are some kind of rules for how can able to check our whether the service is good or not. Latency, one of the way, like whether the response time is where you are getting proper or not. Traffic. So traffic can be losing and upgrading is one of the way. Like we should not as a threshold limit, we should not getting a less traffic. We should not get the above traffic. So these are some kind of parameter we need to observe in our any kind of monitoring platforms if you want to get a proper system.
Right. So there is a paradigm shift right now which is happening. So we have very limited amount of time. We have around 2 minutes time left. So I'll share the slides, and other than that I'll skip few of that. Now I'll talk about few architectural approach that we can talk about. That this is the classic way approach. Like if you go to any YouTube videos, you will find only this approach is there. But there are, like if you look at any Prometheus and Grafana implementations, there are some surveys we can scrap from it. So this is the old classic way, and it has its own pros and cons. So I'm not diving into that. So this is a OTel first architecture that we are currently focusing. That if you have your application, put that like OTel will come into the picture. Then whenever we won't directly scrap anything, we'll scrap, like we have the port open in OTel, we'll just scrap it from here. And there is a Grafana dashboard. Again, when I'm talking about the dashboard, we have to make sure that whatever dashboard we are creating, it has to be very much aligned with our business goal, and it has to be very much aligned with that, like what is our technical stack, or what is the like maybe probable errors or cause, like how it aligns with the business now. So yeah, and it has its own pros and cons. That again, so OTel has its own pros and cons, and when we are talking about that what are the problems, then again the system is a bit complex, because you have to manage. There previously you were managing only 2 components, now you have to manage multiple components over there. So yeah, and the thing is, we are not selling anything here. It's like that if you have to prioritize that what you exactly want. Now if you want full data ownership, if you want complete control over your system, then probably you can go for any of the open source offerings. Now when you have, again, what is the problem with the commercial stack now? Okay, it's not there. Yeah. So let's say if you have a small team, you don't have much resources, so you can just go for the commercials one. So yeah, these are something, and I have the implementations of whatever I have shown over here. You can scan the code. You will find all the implementations in GitHub. It's a very like the classic way and the OTel way. You can just give it a try. You can just spin the Dockers and see that how it works. So that's all from my side. We are already over time. If you want to connect with us, you can find us here on LinkedIn. So yeah, thanks a lot everyone for attending this session. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Please give a round of applause to our speakers.